and penis. Hello everyone, welcome to RPG Thursday on Friday. I am feeling up to streaming, even though again I didn't get much sleep last night because I don't know. I'm going through one of my short sleep cycles apparently at the moment. Yay. So I'm taking what I can get sleep wise. Platinum Sekiro. That was not all that bad actually. Like I got back to my my skill farming points, and every route through it gave like 10,000 XP. So there being like 80,000 XP between skill points really wasn't that much of an issue. So I literally farmed 11 skill points there, and then boom, skills unlocked, platinum trophy gotten. Also, I literally had my best run ever in getting to that point. Didn't die to a single boss. Every single boss and mini-boss I faced in that game, I did not die to, not even once. What the actual fuck? As soon as the camera's off me, I suddenly get even better. The only time I died was, so for the people who remember, I can't remember which one of my playthroughs it was. I think it might have been the most recent one. The one where I basically, in Senpo Temple, before facing Iron Warrior, I went and diverted and got the Bell Demon idol, and then tried to come back, like doing that weird jump onto something that's, looks like you should be able to shinobi rope across it, but it doesn't activate, and you fall down to your death, or lose a chunk of health. Yeah, that killed me. Because I fell down there. I was like, oh well, maybe I'd forgotten that it was such a shit. It was such a shit. I forgot that completely. So I tried it again. Fell down, dead. And then it gives me the whole thing of waking up in the dilapidated temple and having the rot essence. I think I've done pretty goddamn well to have that as my only actual death. Also means I didn't lose any XP. But the problem is that all the bosses were not giving all that much XP. It was literally get to that skill point farm and just go and deal with everything else along the way. But it's done. Game's over. It's been deleted. Haven't deleted the save files from my hard drive because I very rarely do that. The only times I have deleted the save files is very recently, when I deleted my save files just now. Well, not just now, but very recently, as I said, like last night I think it was, for Darksiders 3 and Darkest Dungeon. Because Darkest Dungeon I'm starting on a clean slate, and Darksiders 3 I'd already progressed somewhat into the game, but I kept playing it like on and off so much, I was like, you know what, screw it. If I'm going to be streaming it, then I might as well start from the very beginning again. So yeah, that's all ready for Saturday. I forget because there's 2 new games on the stream schedule. I forgot which one was going where. So yeah, Darksiders 3 Saturday, Fist of the North Star in place of Ghost of Tsushima. Speaking of Ghost of Tsushima, I was playing that this morning off stream. I am now in Act 3. Still boring as fuck. There were 2 severely emotional moments in it. I was just like, alright. Well, actually, no, not 2. There were a fair few severely emotional moments in it. But I predicted all of it. I was like, oh, if you were trying to shock me emotionally, you failed, because I called everything about that. I called all of it. Oh well. So yeah, I'm gonna look to platinum that game off stream just because I can, and I've made good progress towards it. But it's definitely for the best I wasn't still streaming it, because it just bores me. It really bores me so much. I've got no investment in it whatsoever. Like even the thing that Shin accidentally spoiled actually has no impact, none whatsoever. So, oh, Okay. So literally you just did that to, have a cheap emotional gut punch. Cool. See, Sucker Punch took some George R.R. Martin there. At least one of the emotional moments they actually actually did have an impact, and it's like, oh shit, that's actually kind of bad. Come on. But yeah. So today, for once actually with Disco Elysium, literally I've been so obsessed with other games and plowing through those and also dealing with my weird burnout slash depressive episodes and also huge amounts of stress. I've actually forgotten where I am in this game. Well, not exactly forgotten because I know I'm a little bit. I'm at the beginning of day. Oh, that's it. I'm at the beginning of day 4, and I'm trying to find Ruby. I've got an inkling as to where she is, but I don't know. Like my personal feeling is, I think she's in that container. That container that's in the dockyard that requires rhetoric to try and open. I'm fairly certain that even using rhetoric on it, it would say it won't open. And I'm fairly certain that's the check that's doomed to fail, even if I get a double 6, because it said on that guide thing I said there are only 2 checks in the entire game which will fail even on a double 6. One of them is the one that I showed on stream of trying to open the bunker. The other one, it said, is a story spoiler, so I didn't go investigating. I'm now thinking that Ruby is hiding out in that container, and the white check to try and open it is a guaranteed fail even on a double 6. That's how I'm thinking currently. Because I know it just fits, because it doesn't seem like there is anywhere else within the explored area that she could be hiding. Oh wait, no, that's it. I've only just brought Kim back in to look into the building where people think that Ruby is. I don't think she's going to be in here. I really don't. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It turns around and it's like, oh yeah, here's Ruby. She'll probably do something to slip us by or something like that. It could do that, or it could just be she's not there. Where else could she be? And in that case, and I'm going back to my container theory. But as with other things, it's all conjecture and stuff until proven, and I'm not looking up any more things because I've accidentally slightly spoiled myself in this game. Slightly. I was looking, because I remembered that Red mentioned earlier on in this stream series that he was trying to go through the game without using any drugs whatsoever, and wasn't sure whether the healing items counted as drugs or not. And there's me thinking, well, I fucking hope not, because I know I've used drugs to heal my morale. I think I might have done that once. I think I've accidentally taken some medicine for something else, by pressing the D-pad and not meaning to. But I did look, and there are no trophies connected to doing that for the console version, so that's good. But in doing so, I looked up. I was trying to look up something, and it said this happens towards the end. It's like, oh fuck. Like, it wasn't actually massive spoiler, as in here's all the details on what happens. It's just the name of an event that's coming up soon, which made me go, ah fuck. It makes sense why that's going to be coming up, sort of, but would have done, Like I said, this is one of those games that's like Pathologic 2. The more blind I go in playing, the more fun I will have overall, because then everything's a surprise. I'm not expecting anything. But yeah. But also, it's one of those ones that's really hard to, like, I've said this before. I've said this on stream. I've said it to Scoo also when we talked about it. It's really difficult to talk about this kind of game, and this game in particular, actually. Even if you and someone else are doing pretty much the same thing, 7-point progress-wise, it's really difficult to talk about this game without accidentally spoiling it. Even to someone who is essentially on the same point as me, because when I got up to the end of near the end of day 3, I had gotten just slightly beyond where Scoo was. Scoo has now gone and finished the game. But even at that point, it was like, couldn't really talk about things because, spoilery, because we'd done different things to get to where we were. So, yeah. There's a weird game like that. It's good, but yeah, it makes it very difficult to talk about. It's one of those things that you can't really properly talk about it until you either you have finished it and someone else is talking to you has also finished it or is going through it, or you've both finished it. Because if you've not finished it, you can talk to about someone who's finished it, and as long as they word their replies carefully, then it works well. It's like when I was playing Detroit Become Human for the very first time. Foxx had recommended it to me, and I had never played it before. At that point in time, the only Quantic Dreams game I had played was Omicron: The Nomad Soul and Fahrenheit, which is known to Americans as Indigo Prophecy. I had not finished either of those. It's just those are the only Quantic Dreams I had experience with. I've now since played a little bit of Heavy Rain, and I own Beyond Two Souls, and I have no intention of playing that. I have watched Scoo finish Indigo Prophecy, and I think they started Heavy Rain. I actually completely forget what happened with them in Heavy. Oh no, they did. They finished Heavy Rain. Yeah, so I've seen those being played through. Omicron: The Nomad Soul is ridiculously difficult to get a hold of, and I think they've also said they're not interested in playing it. They also played through Detroit Become Human and got a vastly different ending to how I did the first time round. But Foxx and I were basically talking about it. Foxx had finished it at that point, and so she was very carefully wording her answers when I said this is what I think is going on as it was going on. And it's also one of the things, a really good thing, because she was the only person on my friends list who had played the game before. And if you notice the thing from Scoo's playthrough, at the end, when you see the flowchart of all the progress you made, you can then look at your friend's progress and see which of your friends made the different decisions. So there were a fair few times when I said, well, I did this direction, and Fox's direction was, you could do that? Shit. And just, it made for something all around. But also, me trying to get all the trophies on that really led me to see there was a lot of programming choices in it and ways to exploit how it was written and coded. Like, for example, you can fail any QTE sequence in the game and you have no consequences whatsoever unless you fail that part of the QTE 3 times. Then you get a consequence. If it's something that only has 2 QTE sessions or just 1, you can just pass it. You don't have to press the buttons. It just works still. It's weird. It's really weird. But enough of my very vicious. Yes, my ramblings are vicious now. I was going to say various, but no, I don't remember my vicious ramblings. But yeah. Anyway, let's catch up some chat and dive into the weirdness that is this game. John, hello and welcome. Immediately with penis. I was wondering if anyone was going to come in with some penis type things with my announcement. Glad someone did. Pokey, hello and welcome. Mailings Blade Sideways Moon Bullets are still getting me. Stop dying to someone who can't bother to give a proper title. It goes without saying, Pokey, if you're doing that, you're doing far better than I ever was at that. In fact, I'm pretty sure that last screenshot you shared of your total score after 1 level, I think in that 1 level you got more score than I did my entire first playthrough of that. The first time I played it. It wasn't really a playthrough because I never finished it. Hello, welcome, Torian. Morning, whoopsie. Yep. And thank you for your contribution to the Horror Stream Challenge. Tomorrow, yeah, I just completely forgot which day was what. Will I still keep the effects potting count? Wasn't intending to, but I can, yes. I haven't even encountered any Foxx dens. And the way that the story has gone is basically in Act 3. When Act 3 starts, you cannot fast travel to anywhere in where you've already been. Act 1 and 2's areas are completely locked off to you. You cannot fast travel back to them. For a story reason that I won't go into because spoilers. But yeah, so I can't go back to those areas and search for anything. I've just got this last area to go through, which I'm working on. But it is one of those games that once you finish a storyline, you then get to go across the entirety of the place. You unlock free travel and all that kind of stuff. And I've also finished all the trophies that require you to do something that's not collection based or, you know, exploration based. And disappointingly with that, that is not a lot of trophies. Most of the trophies are find all of X, you know, liberate all of this, do all of this, XYZ, this kind of thing. The only ones I was missing was kill a terrified enemy who's fleeing with a arrow, which I thought I'd done several times before and had actually done before whilst I was trying to go for it. But no, they actually do have to be running away from you whilst terrified, and you have to kill them with a bow. Just them being terrified and edging away from you whilst they're on the floor does not count, even though it should. Game's just badly coded, as I keep saying. Yeah. So the other one was kill 20 enemies whilst in the ghost stance, which I unlocked. And the ghost stance is absolutely awesome. It basically is, when you get a kill streak of killing 7 enemies without taking damage, or you stealth kill a commander, you can go into ghost stance, which basically turns everything into Akira Kurosawa mode, and you can one-shot kill 3 enemies. Better than the Dance of Wrath. You just go up to them, press X, and you do a brutal kill on them. It's pretty fucking awesome. Screen flashes red when you do it as well. I love it. And also, if you have a certain armor upgraded, the kill streak requirement, it lessens to 5, I think. But yeah. So yeah, I will still keep a Foxx pet count. I will keep that going because I didn't have the idea, but now I do. Welcome, DJ. Yesterday was so bad for you. You nap at 12 PM, went to 5 PM, fed the dogs and skipped dinner because they feel hungry and went back to sleep. Yeah, that will happen when you've got an irregular sleep schedule. Sorry to hear it. Mine's... Thankfully, I at least keep my sleeping generally to the same time of the day, so it doesn't mess up my schedule too much, but I just generally also do feel tired during the day, which messes up things. Wiggren, hello, welcome. How are things? I'm awake. I'm here. About to start. Ish. Sort of. Outside of that, not too bad. I find it's called Fahrenheit everywhere except the place that uses Fahrenheit. Yeah. I think it also was doing it... I think they also changed the name of it, so they didn't confuse it with I think a book or a film or something also called Fahrenheit. Didn't want to have any crossover with it. Or rather, confusion between crossover, because that was the same with XCOM, actually. The very first XCOM game was, in America, was called XCOM UFO Defense, but over here in the UK, we had it known as UFO Enemy Unknown, because there was already, because in America there was already a game called UFO, and it was vastly different as a flight sim. But there wasn't much of a thing over here in England, so we got UFO Enemy Unknown. America had the whole thing of it being called XCOM from the very beginning, and the series just became XCOM as time went on, which is why the first in the re-release series is XCOM Enemy Unknown. It's like a homage to the very first game. Yeah. Would you think there's something wrong with your Carolina Reaper sauce? Just gives a pleasant sting when using tacos and has a spoonful per wrapper, makes sense. That does sound a bit weak, especially compared to me eating an entire Carolina Reaper in one go. Scraping off my tongue with ice cold water drenched fingers. That's the level that the Carolina Reaper gave me. So yeah, that honestly sounds like the sauce has either lost its potency or just the art of making a chili into sauce dulls it down. Then you get the massive explosive ones. It's very aggressive at stage 1. Saying it goes to the VOC's maximize point game. Personally saying goes to the bullets and enemies to maximize grades. That makes sense. That does make sense, especially for a Toho game. Fahrenheit 451, probably. That's what I was thinking about, yeah. Couldn't remember the name. I knew that it was Fahrenheit, followed by some numbers. I couldn't remember what the numbers were. Enemy Unknown is a superior name. I agree. UFO Enemy Unknown is definitely a better title, in my opinion, than XCOM UFO Defense. Don't know. XCOM UFO Defense just doesn't sound right to me. It just doesn't. Whereas, UFO Enemy Unknown flows nicely. But also, XCOM Enemy Unknown also flows nicely. I don't know. But that's the only thing they changed with the American to British to UK version. Like UFO Enemy Unknown, yeah, sure, but the organisation is still called XCOM. I don't know. The ghost pepper and the plain habanero are stronger, or it might be the fact that you indeed ate a whole one. It sounds like there's something wrong with your Reaper sauce then, Widgren, because the Carolina Reaper is known as, I think, the second hottest chili there is? It's either the second hottest or it is one of the hottest. One of the other hottest ones being Trinidad Scorpion, which I have hot sauce for as well. I am not even opening that. I do not dare even touch that. Mark, hello and welcome. Plus Enemy Unknown fits. True, because XCOM UFO Defense infers more that you are defending specifically just from UFOs, not UFOs and their contents. It makes it sound like it's more of a game of shooting down UFOs rather than the broad spectrum of XCOM games. And Enemy Unknown does do the whole thing of like, this is the first encounter with aliens. Enemy Unknown gives you the feeling of what the fuck are we facing? Yeah. And also goes the whole thing of UFO. Unidentified flying object, Enemy Unknown. It works. It just in the words of Todd Howard, it just works. Because in that instance it actually does work. Like lyrically? No, linguistically. So right, that's my detective juice drunk. How to get my windows up? I don't know. No, I do. There we go. Now to get my windows up. For anyone curious, this one is Encona Carolina Reaper sauce. Back with Drunken Detective. He's not drunk. At this juncture, he's actually just hungover. Really hungover. I mean, to be fair, no, his body would still be dealing with it on, excuse me, massive bender on Sunday night, and we're currently on Thursday morning. Yeah, his body would be starting to deal with things a little better, and you'd be that. Yeah. Right, just need to mark that as. What did you send me, Pokey? What the fuck, Pokey? I'm fairly certain that is not the first time you sent me the first image. The second image, that's a whole new kettle of what the fuck. But yeah, sure, cool, awesome. Awesome. Buff Chipmunk. It actually was not the Buff Chipmunk. It was not. This was a Toho related one. The first one was anyway. The second one looked like it was something from Ed, Ed and Eddie, oddly enough. Oh, yeah, also, announcement, which I'll also be making properly in Discord, because it's, you know, it's a way off yet, but it bears making now. The first week of March, I will not be streaming at all. I am taking a week of holiday off that week, because Callie is coming to visit, and yeah, I have not seen her in over 2 years. I'm taking time off to see her and spend time with her. Life has many doors. This is true, Pokey. This is very true. So yeah, definitely very happy about that. So the turntable is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Old file folders in the cart. Documents silvery with mould. That's what that image is. Life having many doors. A series of thick, dusty panes of glass. A intersolary suit jacket. Okay. +1 suggestion. Dress for the occasion. A muted brown suit jacket, perfect for a day at the office or an evening at a cafe. The red rose at the bottom of the left breast pocket is slowly wilting. I'm surprised it's not already wilted. Oh, Rolf, got it. Rolf is Zucchino whose abilities to open back doors. Oh, right. That makes sense. In the beam of the flashlight, a crevice in the wall. Oh. Ah, this is why you have your flashlight equipped all the time. Revolutionary's hat. Stale fabrics and smell and dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed. Ancient flyers and brochures. These pots and plates are full of dust and spider webs. The same slit window you saw from the outside.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. The plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush the dust off the portrait.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly.
Look, Kim, it's Comrade Mazov.
Yes, I can see that. Looks like some communists were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
Yeah.
The lieutenant does not seem to share your enthusiasm.
What's with these secret weapons caches and secret bunkers?
We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning up the old bunkers.
I just want to, pause to just say that I really appreciate the fact that in sound design and in the vocal readings, we're in somewhere that is we're trying not to alert someone to our presence because Ruby may be hiding here, and Kim's voice lines are subdued because that he is actually talking in a lower voice, and I really like that. I really like that attention to detail there. Because someone has stopped through here recently.
You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
He looks at the dust. Nah, leave them. That is one issue I think this game has with it being a PC port, or a console port really, is that getting out of that room was a little bit tricky. Just same as getting down the stairs was outside the dock, whereas on the PC you could just click and they move to that path, whereas this you can't. Wait, do I have another piece? Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I've got Revolutionary's hat. +1 to Mazovian social economics. Friendly neighborhood communard. Oh, okay. And Ushanka with the Mazovian logo. A pair of deer antlers on its silver white front. Your ears feel cuddled and cared for by the state. So explore the passages below the Feld building. Right, that's where we are now. Tunnel collapse, you have to find another way around. There's something in the air and a natural buzzing. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
A pain. Strange tingling.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
Well, source is one thing, right? Cleans out my sinuses real good. Wasabi has that effect on me. Whenever I'm feeling congested, if I've got a sushi tray, I'm just like, oh look, the wasabi. Boom. Suddenly my sinuses are the clearest they've been in years. Hold on, you really don't feel anything?
No, but you are the sensitive one.
It's not a quib. The situation is dangerous.
It's true. Concrete pipe buried in sand and dust. Oh yeah, something also that you might find hilarious. Like, my breakfast today was a barbecue chicken wrap. I looked down at the box, and my brain, I swear my brain was malfunctioning because it did not read barbecue. It read bareback. I was like, bareback chicken wrap. I would ask if you're okay, brain, but I know that you're not.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed.
Oh!
Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Hi, Ruby. Well, I was wrong. My container theory was wrong. It's unlikely being supposed to use when they get cold. Yeah, same. Same with curries as well. When bareback and wrap cancel each other out them. Only in a sex sense. I mean, to be fair, the fact that it was barbecue chicken would have cancelled out the bareback anyway, because, yeah, sauce. Well, to be fair, if you lube up, that still can be bareback.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
Says the shadowy figure behind the machine.
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
As she says the word officer, you feel a spike in the agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathways.
Cover your ears.
No, buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than
Think I'm gonna die.
previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
You gonna kill me too?
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here. I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing is the ULAN frequency, blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
I saw your equations to the ULAN frequency.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at. A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
It's pretty much cabin fever.
What we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world.
Just in something else. Yep.
At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break loose.
I thought this game was strictly due to the character creation, and then again the next time this visual SD. Yeah. Thank you, DJ, for your contribution to the Horror Stream Challenge. What's this goddamn pail anyway?
The pale? It's the end of the world.
How did you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
She knows towards her torture device.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
She studies her death ray and the law officials trapped in it. You experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
Will I say like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
I really hope that's not DMCA. It wouldn't be, but I think it was hilarious if that was DMCA, but it's not, because I've got streamer mode on. This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
I thought domain self-made, yeah.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
Please, could you just turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Jesus Christ.
This.
Tank clutches his head, grimacing.
God damn it.
She goes in Kim with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She steps through the out of the shadows. The pain lessens.
Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this. There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
How did you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
By hiding bullets under the floorboards?
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
She didn't rat you out, by the way. Isabel, the washwoman.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back.
As opposed to the other knives she's finding there now. Hardy for one.
You're desperate, aren't you?
I was. Before I caught you in the pale latitude compressor. I'm fine now.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit. It was dark in the shack. The waves outside had calmed down. She looked at the loaded gun. Then she cracked the barrel open and took the bullet out. Not today.
Did you shoot Lily?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching. Though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you.
Oh. Oh.
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
Eric Garcia was the first to share her suspicions.
Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Your own boys told us you were on the coast.
My boys?
They're the ones you poached from Titus, and Titus himself.
What is this? I thought Titus and I had a decent collegial relationship. Oh, doesn't even matter. How could they be my boys when they're not even my friends? Those guys liked me, I know it. This is what happens to people whom people like.
A dull despair is creeping into her voice.
Here, harder poke, he says.
How the fuck do the rest of you get by?
Wait, wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? It's not personal. I opened them up.
I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me. Fuck them all the same.
That did make her forgive them a little.
I do it by asking questions. I have some for you.
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
You said that he was a likable person?
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
Did you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
She didn't hate him, okay?
Have other questions?
I'm listening.
You have an alibi for when Lily was shot?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me.
There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for.
You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time.
Our investigation has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
Play pinball much?
No. Not since I was 14 and hanging out in the only diner in Dardun. Haven't been into low-risk, no-reward games since moving to the city. Why?
There's some mysterious pinball machines and some pretty mysterious rooms in the whirling.
Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not really interested in supernatural mysteries.
Wait, what kind of mysteries interest you then?
Not murder mysteries either, if that's what you're thinking.
She looks you in the eye impassively, making it clear that she's not planning to comment on the matter any further.
What about elevators? Do you like elevators?
What the fuck do elevators have to do with anything?
Do you or don't you?
Not particularly.
Not even quaint old rickety ones?
I'm not really into old shit for old shit's sake.
God damn it!
So you know she's not an antiques enthusiast. Not my jurisdiction, man. But it also doesn't sound like she used that secret route at all.
Well, there's a secret way from the ground floor of the whirling to the roof.
Don't know it, but also
She found something in your
the
face.
shot couldn't have come from the roof, or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
Pain stops him from finishing the sentence.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
You have a gun.
And
Can't quite tell. What kind of gun is it?
a Noctway 80 front loader, 2-barreled. Not really what you were looking for, I'm guessing.
That isn't it.
Where did you get it?
The gun store,
What gun store?
Trigger Happy Jacks.
That doesn't sound like the name of a real gun store.
What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal.
Other evidence I want to ask you
Yeah.
about.
Evidence.
Do you leave any flowers for Glacier on the roof?
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style.
Not even wildflowers? Maybell, for example?
Nope.
Okay, so you didn't leave the Maybells.
No, I did not.
Your own drugs to the union have been through your lorry.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
That really comes as a blow to her.
No, I didn't. Found my own way in.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
A bit smile.
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
Yeah, financial incentive to kill the merc.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the union.
Lieutenant's unable to articulate his question.
She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
She turns the knob down just a millimeter. You're threatening us with it.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
Just hang out on rooftops?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
What's so great about her antenna?
It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
So you're sure you didn't shoot the merc from the roof?
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
Okay, let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Ooh. I see. I'm talking her down so I can go and destroy the machine. Who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him. And there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
I'm starting to wonder if it was the third mercenary. The one who's always observing from like an office building in through windows. That would have been a prime opportunity to take a shot from. And being a highly trained military person means that he would be able to take that shot.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claus's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened Sunday night? Tell me your version.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity.
It's okay. We just want to...
Struggles to finish the sentence.
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Klasha comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Wait, did she also seem high to you?
Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
Classy said you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
How you managed to come up with a plan so quickly?
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
Her idea?
Yeah, in cold blood.
Oh.
It really surprised me how quickly she...
That's new. Classier said it was Ruby's idea.
It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy boys.
Oh.
Glacier knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise.
Showerhead? Resourceful.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
split personality, maybe. I mean, we have found out that Classier is an assumed identity, and she's on the run from the police. So that kind of shit would come, second nature to her. Do you think she killed Ellie herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going, fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
If you didn't kill him, why
I
hide?
saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
What do you mean, the Puta Madre agent?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Who's everyone? How do you know this?
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Tell me, what's my name? If you know that about me, you must know my name.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre.
Did someone mention a fucked up tie? I call bullshit! You're too crazy to be corrupt!
That's got to be the tie's best line yet. Did someone mention a fucked up tie? I call bullshit! Oh my god. The idea is interesting. It is. It's also kind of horrifying. There it goes. I've got to have that as the stream title. The tie calls BS. Thank you for the hydration reminder, DJ. Good for that. Go for it.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. Criminals make up bogeyman stories about cops all the time. All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you.
No one's agent. I don't even know who La Puta Madre is.
Right. Sure.
As well.
Don't
No,
know.
go for it. Clip it. Can you tell me about it?
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
What did you do to this Madre anyway?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
Oh, cartel boss! Fuck.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat.
It's also a lazy way of making a murderer seem quite a few stories where murderers split personality. Yeah, that's true.
One thing, possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
When I came to town, was there anyone with me?
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway?
I don't know what happened to them.
Sure you do. I bet they're just outside waiting. I guess I'll take my chances.
Oh! Who's in this squad?
Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had two guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either.
Maybe that was those two police officers with the that we saw in the Whirling Rags. Who else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about her. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying.
Okay, so probably not the one that was in the glasses, because that guy was in uniform. Or he might have put uniform on to come back in. The woman, quite possibly.
That sound about right?
It's a good movie with Richard Gere and Edward Norton on that subject, though. I think I've seen that. Use a believable motive, and you just blame it on another identity.
No idea who these people are, literally.
It's one of those things that, if used well as a plot device, can work really, really well. If done lazily, though, it's really bad.
Satellite Officer Vicmere looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Miller. We could either take a room here in the Whirling or go home for today. Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
I think I know them. They're in Martinez.
Friction, lock, set.
Don't leave me here. Please delete.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me.
Do you know about the bunker next door?
What bunker?
The communist hideout back there.
Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. And I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Her voice trails off into white noise in your head. It feels like an aneurysm approaching. Fuck's sake. Let's give it a go. Fuck!
The violet white noise becomes even more overwhelming closer to the compressor. Feels like your brain is swelling up in your skull.
Hold very still.
There. I told you it's best not to move.
Just try not to collapse.
Look, I know this isn't very fun for you, so let's wrap this up. You have a tribunal to attend.
That might have been the one that is doomed to fail. Do you know something about the tribunal the mercenaries are planning?
Tribunal is an awfully fancy word for what they're going to do. But yeah, I was listening to their frequency. They finished their investigation. Now they're gonna put on a show before meting out punishment. Even though those assholes gave me up, I'm worried for the boys. And you, watch out for yourselves. You seem to have a habit of walking into traps.
Why is everyone always against me?
I'm asking myself that right now, too. Anyway, I'm guessing you don't know that a third mercenary has come to town just in time for the tribunal. Now you do.
Ooh.
If one hornet can kill 40 honeybees in a minute, then 3 hornets should be able to kill 120 honeybees in a minute or more, since they'll also be covering one another.
A third. Ah, this is bad.
As I said, watch out.
The pain is becoming unbearable now.
I can't take it anymore. Just go.
Glad to have been of assistance. Best of luck to you, officers. Revishal's a bitch.
The woman runs past you and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
God, now things feel eerily silent after that stopping. Jesus.
All things considered, it could have gone worse.
Wait, shouldn't we go after her?
No, I don't think she did it. She's someone else's case now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. She was being too sincere and she was too certain. I don't think she did it. I think she was being truthful. School and welcome. It's Ruby. It was Ruby, yes. That is making my brain break. Same. What now?
Now we have to come up with a really good excuse for why we walked right into a trap like that. This isn't going to look good in the report.
He looks around and points further into the cabin.
Her dad. Maybe there's something in there.
Wow, this is a bit of a balls. Cooking utensils. She prepares self-porridge with bananas. Ooh, that's porridge. Dark water trails into distance. There is no way out. Get up first. Ooh, healing item. 8 reals, okay, thank you.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately.
Look inside.
The tent looks old, but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp.
Shining flashlight on the books.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
So saying Pete's over each other. Sift through the magazines.
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More technological digest.
Thank you for the hydration
One
reminder,
of the
Scoop.
magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
A notebook. Take it.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend left behind.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
Agreed. Interactables. A well-loved journal with a brown leather cover and the brand name Schneller embossed on the back. Seems to have served as a loyal friend to Lonely Traveller. Why on earth would you have a... Why would you have a stationery brand called Quicker? Why?
A thick
Or
journal.
faster?
The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Examine the cover.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among architects and engineers.
Okay, it's no longer stationery. Well, it is now, because it's in my hands. It's not going anywhere. Unless the others go, nah, don't care. Yeet! Into the water.
She's got good taste and must have taken whatever she recorded here seriously.
Which means that she wasn't planning on running as quickly as she did. Thank you for the quote? Clip there, Mock. Victorious Jolly Chinchilla Panic. What the fuck? Thank you for the hydration reminder, Mock, and also the contribution to the Horror Stream Challenge. Random quote. You never bloody know by Foxx. Unwind the strap.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Thank you for the your contribution to Horror Stream Challenge, Woodgren, and we are very nearly finished on that. 1,294 points away. One person's full contribution will now finish that I think. Daddy's pleased by the Boner Crow. What? Boner Crow is what Poppy called the people wearing the crow outfits in Pathologic 2. Scoo, thank you very much for finishing the Horror Stream Challenge. Well, that can only mean two things. One, I will have to set up the horror stream and when to have it and what to play. And two, we need a new challenge set up. My brain bloke. Zero, hello and welcome. Regret stopping for lunch before trying to set up the tablets deeply. Would it be because greasy sticky bits? Or is it food coma? Okay, poor plain bloke. The executioners. Got the pen to be acknowledged, but the computer doesn't show more than one monitor and display. I will more than happily help you out with that. Notice my helper is streaming. Oh, yeah. This silence offends Slanesh, and so do his clothes. Very true. Right, let's go and... Okay, excuse the stream going a bit shitty for a moment whilst I load up Twitch. Hopefully not for too long. So hopefully I can just, you know, pop in, activate to the next challenge, and pop on out. Okay, yeah, that is completed. Screw it, I'll just mark that as complete just to take it off the racking. Well, do this one next. Start this community challenge. Pop. Okay, new community challenge has started. Complete this one, and I will actually go and play The Witcher 3 rather than just bitching about it. I own it, but this will actually, you know, make me go and actually give it more of a go on stream. Give it an actual proper fucking chance rather than, you know, rather than not. Streaming Malk needs an Uwu command. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I don't. I don't need an Uwu command. I really don't. Unless I can tie it into, I type in the Uwu command and it times someone out for 10 minutes. Or no, 10 seconds. Get off on that topic. Whichever say. Now, I would just have, you know, time someone out for 10 seconds. They type in that command, it times them out for 10 seconds. Or sub screen doesn't show up as being on at all. Is that normal until it has a display? So it's basically what it should be doing is you after it's connected to the PC, you know, fully. Like my one has 3 connectors. I've got one that goes to the power, one that goes to the USB in my computer, and one that goes to my the graphics card in my computer. And it works just like an extra monitor, and it was automatically recognised. What you might need to do on your end, Zira, is you can force Windows to look for additional displays. If that doesn't work, you might need to update your graphics card drivers, which you can usually do if you right-click on your desktop just anywhere. There should be an additional option for bringing up your graphics cards, software, whatever graphics card you have, and you should be able to update it through that. My good God, Sco. You got 42 points. Yeah, it happens. Thank you, Mock, for your contribution to the Play the Witcher, goddammit, stream. All it said to do was connect the 2 cables to the computer and the 3rd to the tablet, but nothing to do with the 4th part. Yeah, the other cable on my tablet is literally, it's for the power. We'll try that then. So what your tablet should do if it's you know, working but not being detected is when you turn it on, it should say it's on, and you should have something on it say no display detected or something like that, or no input detected. Now that's basically saying the tablet is working. It's just it's not talking to the computer for some weird reason. If it's not talking to the computer, then it's possibly a driver update, or it needs to reboot, or you need to reboot the computer. If it's not even coming on at all, then it's a power issue. Oh, for fuck's sake, it happened. Thanks, Torian. Oh. Study the handwriting.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently.
Flip through the pages.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
Now you get to Google how to get the fucking power plugs open to connect them to the cable. You shouldn't have to open anything. I can't remember. Is mine one of those ones that is a USB that clips into a plug or something? I think it might be. I actually cannot see from here. I can't remember fully off the top of my hand. Try and find a way to make it time out as an option through Stream Elements. Oh, fuck. And Stream Elements technically isn't a moderator, so it doesn't have the power to time out. Actually, no, it should. Because I know people who've got things configured for stream elements. You know, if certain behaviour is exhibited, stream elements times them out. I've definitely seen that.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
Kind of logistics.
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
Yeah, little sound of it. Oh, good God. So he has a mod sword here, so it should, but there's the chat variable. Ah. Technically, I suppose what you could do as in the chat thing is just make it make it respond with a chat message that starts off with /timeout. Technically, that should work. Let's go. Oh no, I don't know how to do that. I really don't. Well, the diagram's off.
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Anything personal?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them.
How far back the entries go?
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
I would offer to be able to do a recording, but since I found out that Audible is moving into spyware territory, I uninstalled it and now I have no audio recording software. What did she write the day Lily died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely.
There's food going hit hard. They have a D&D session in the next hour. Ooh.
She's
That's bad
referring
timing.
to betraying a previous employer. Does this suggest she did it in self-defense?
Anything about La Puta Madre?
That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th.
La Puta Madre. If my Spanish is correct, that's the bitch mother. Or the mother bitch. Something like that. I think that's the translation of that. Read the entry for March 9th first.
Great. M's peon is coming to town. No doubt to investigate the lynching. But also...
Yeah, La Puta Madre is La Puta Madre.
To finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke
It
break.
is that, thank you, Torium.
I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? Were you supposed to find her, even apart from the investigation then? On M's request? No, you wouldn't do something like this. This must be a mistake.
This is a coincidence. I would never kill people for my
The
boss.
thought steadies your nerves. The journal stops shaking in your hand.
I mean, if you look at my if you look at my my track record, number of people killed, very, very low. So yay, so we'll just didn't follow the natural progression of Plugly isn't here, and then obviously this goes up out that new tech intimidates me. It's fine. The most important thing, Zero, is that it's working now and you've progressed. Because as we've also found out, old tech intimidates you as well from the number of fires you've started with in your kitchen. Read the entry from March 12th.
Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when
Who's
I'll
also
be
Miss
able
Whore?
to leave,
Ah.
or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me.
See, I would think in this context that it would be more bish rather than whore.
Did M feel
'Cause I really don't
betrayed
think
by
that's-
me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know.
Yeah, I
if
really don't
he
think that
threatened people, they'd
a
take
a
measures to
drug
protect
cartel head
themselves.
would call themselves
Even I
whore.
know that.
Doesn't seem
Economic
fitting.
measures first
Bish, on the
of
other
all.
hand, yeah.
Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly.
I think it really means the nasty, dirty mother. Quite possibly, yeah. What's the most recent entry?
The most recent entry is from today. It reads,
There's no English translation that will suffice. Yeah.
even when I leave here,
Like, yeah,
if I leave
Schadenfreude.
here alive, what's my
70 XP!
Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder. On top of that, forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
It looks like she might have been framed.
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed.
She didn't do it. Maybe it's good that we didn't catch her.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than we does. Especially if she has problems with the Madre.
Kim, am I really a La Puta Madre agent?
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
Who is La Puta Madre?
The head of a major jamrock gang, specializing in drug production and trafficking. A very bad person.
Kind of like in English you say cool or sick or stuff, it's the same word essentially. That would make sense, you know, with it also being, you know, the name of a gang leader. Who do you think killed the merc?
Could have been Titus. Then again,
No one heard the shot.
maybe there's a hardy boy we've yet to meet who acted as his accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling in rags. Questions to ask. Let's be careful though. The tip she gave us about the tribunal was disturbing.
Yeah, it was. Are you La Puta Madre's peon? Receive you in the society corrupt cop La Puta Madre's peons. Why she was scared of you. When you get the chance, call your station to find out more, if you dare. I don't think I am. I think she was making that up, honestly. I really think she was making that up. Because you can't be a corrupt cop and have the service record that I do. Then again, people have said, you know, that I went, you know, shockingly downhill very recently, and also my wife left me for some reason. So who knows? It could have been something that came along more recently. Who knows? Return to the whirling in rags. Return to the whirling in rags after the hotly instigated debacle. Someone there has something to answer to. I have 2 skill points now. Don't really have any reason to... Oh... Ooh, that sounds good, actually. Do I actually want to... Yeah, I think I'm going to forget that one. And instead I'm going to internalize that. My 2 physical instrument. I'm not going to be doing anything physical for a while. For 20 hours! That's going into tomorrow. I'm going to keep that skill point in case I need to open up a white check later. Man, my skills are really, really stacked. And not in the right way either, I think. Oh, God. Unequip the flashlight now. Alright, let's go back to the whirling. Or actually, well, I've got to go back around there anyway. But I think I will use Kim's radio to call my precinct and find out about the La Puta Madre thing. So that was on the wall by the bunk bed. It was indeed. It can't be selected though.
Stop. Now. It is time.
For what?
Crisis. Death. You can feel it in your blue soul.
What am I supposed to do?
Arm yourself with anything you can. Unless you have nothing. Because you didn't find your lost gun. Then just walk to your death.
Oh, yay!
I can talk you out of it. Whatever it is. You're too likable to die. Don't worry.
I shall feel ready for what lies ahead.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Aww. Thanks, Kim.
I'm all out of shit to give, loincloth.
Oh!
Fucking reckoning.
Oh, they are in their full armor as well. Oh, fuck, shit, ass fuckery.
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
She told me to get prepared. Sean, hello, welcome. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Shut up. Not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
Kim, what's going on here? This is where you messed up. Oh crap. Good luck.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
Heal myself. Oh. Fine. There we are. Full health.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Yeah.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
Peaceful.
Sounds like the armor figure is weeping. Oh, I didn't even see him there at the left side. Fuck. Poor Tito, we were good friends. We weren't.
Fuck, she was right. That must be the third mercenary.
Yeah.
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
Right, time this is.
The mercenary tribunal.
What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
This is gonna go badly. Stop, this is police!
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backward.
I think he's calmed down a bit.
Pig fuck!
It's the only way you can make out he does not sound calm. Easy now. No one needs to die here today.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
The dice be ever in your favour. Oh, they won't. They hate me. The dice seem to go through. One session, they love me. Next session, they hate me. Last session, they loved me. This session, I failed on a 72% chance, although I'm starting to think that's the other one that is guaranteed to fail even on a double six.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. You feel your fists contract as you stand there between these men, all carrying real weapons. No, it's okay. Soften him up and trust the others to attack if it comes to that. Make him talk. Present an argument. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it out. Get under his skin. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have. Move down from that. Please.
Oh, look at that roll! Had blue eyes. Oh, talking about the hangman because I knew about him. Why not find my lost gun? Oh, fuck off, Kipper. You brought backup from out of town.
Oh yeah, that's Rude. Rude, the killer, Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out.
What was that, Rude?
Rip you open.
The killer.
The gunner. The raddest. The killer.
You found the rhetoric and past suggestion it had the same percentage. You got your gun back from the pigs. Oh, God.
What do you think he does?
I don't have a gun because I didn't work for Everett. He kills.
Smart, loincloth. He fucks natives up. Soldier of the apocalypse style.
Listen, they didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did then?
Someone else. Someone who's not here now.
How fucking convenient.
I never over because he took his jobs. Ah, I didn't even. I didn't like him, so I avoided him after the first couple of meetings. He was shot from a great distance. A sniper did it.
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if we just shot one of your pals here, right now, huh? How about the kid? Tell me. Magic fucking sniper. One more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
Think. Why doesn't he believe me?
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him, all together. Titus said we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud, in a public place.
Wait, they didn't confess.
You're lying. DePaul heard.
Doesn't move the weapon.
You heard wrong. Your friend wasn't hanged. He was shot. We found a bullet in his head.
Hanging was only a cover-up. Listen.
Liars.
Pulls the trigger, a plume of smoke erupts from his muzzle, gun.
The shot rings in your ears, a low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
That's what it was.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot.
It's going to get rougher and rougher. Wild Pines rep does not approve of this.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
Wild Pines is not going to forgive you massacring a bunch of innocent people.
The man stares at you with bloodshot eyes, a bull ready to charge. He's not listening, but looking for an opening.
We're working together. She knew you were out of control, she told me.
She's gone, you stupid fuck. Sailed off 5 minutes ago. She doesn't give a shit about you, Silos. Stay cool. Don't do anything stupid. The company bitch is gone. Laylee's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole?
Looks around tiredly, sadly.
Guys, I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun.
Hold your ground. Any more of you run, I'll shoot you myself. We're doing this together.
Give them a chance to get the fuck away. There's less people who can be shot that way.
They're huddled close in a formation. Still, the rest will stay, even if it means dying here with him.
Fuck. You're drunk. Look at yourselves.
Yes. So what?
Your judgment is impaired. You'll regret this.
Nah. I'm clear as day. Fucking government ordained super soldier.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
Outburst is accompanied by some yellowish slur around his mouth.
Alright.
Yes!
This is an illegal tribunal. Krenner would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick.
Just a question. Who's in charge of your unit after the death of your colonel?
I am a Cornell major with over 15 years of live combat experience. When my colonel gets hanged by clay monkeys, I lead the platoon on a retaliation strike.
So you're the highest ranking of the three of you?
Nah, I just have the biggest gun.
Hold on, what's the highest rank in the Krenel?
King Reaper.
As leader of this group, reconsider your actions. This does not need to end in bloodshed.
You're right. But you see, I want it to end in bloodshed.
Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something.
Where's Glacier? She can explain this.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacier, the woman upstairs. Where is she?
She left.
God, what the hell are you doing here?
What am I doing? My fucking establishment is under fire. You know how much windows cost?
What do you mean she left?
She left. Her room's cleaned out. Right before these assholes showed up.
We should have arrested her.
You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for a second. Then the fear takes over and he's back in the moment.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one.
She's gone. Forget about it now. Concentrate on this.
Oh, fuck!
Nothing.
Knew I wasn't gonna get that.
Talk about his dead friend. He seems stable enough to take it.
He doesn't seem stable at all.
Even better, it will further destabilize him, cost him time, and maybe even lives.
I feel like I got to know your dead friend during our investigation.
Don't fucking talk to me about my brother, Loincloth.
Okay, yes. Immediate failure. Things are worse now. He's observing your every motion carefully.
Why did I not find my lost gun?
What's that, Loincloth? I can't hear. Sounds like you got your mouth, dick.
Yes, loincloth.
Shit, this is it. Tell him anything. Tell him you have more information.
kill me and you'll never find out who killed your brother. I've been withholding information.
Who? Kill him.
The porcelain man raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His hands are steady, and the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. An Easter AR-FA-7, built for taking out light armored vehicles. It will devastate you.
Kim, where's Kim?
From the corner of your eye, you see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rube.
That's not going to do a thing. The guy's caked head to toe in ceramic armor, meant to take that kind of bullets.
He's trying to find a straight line of sight before the rifleman can take you out.
Blink, think.
You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rube's mask behind it, his eyes in the slit of the helmet, like a camera lens, focusing on you. Is there anything we could use to protect this frail body? That gun will tear us to pieces. He's drunk. Drunk fighters overcorrect. Move right, he aims further right. Get him to overshoot. You leap left. They swing 9 millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of cuts.
Holy fuck! Holy shit! The dice love me. Briefly. Jesus. I've become immortal. Stop shooting at me. Joy, I'm alive!
The man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot.
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from the balls. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses.
Oh no.
You hear a scream behind you.
Who screamed?
Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. You see 2 cold eyes looking at you through all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised, aiming at your chest, point blank. Then the man squeezes the trigger.
Look him in the eye.
A look of happiness. His eyes seem unnaturally bright, shining like stars. Something in the fear must distort him somehow. He is evil, and the end.
So far you've been shot once in a scene. I think I'm going to get shot a few more times than that.
Here it comes. Death.
Nah.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant
Shot twice in
blur
total.
as you recede into it.
Did he shoot me in the dick? I think he shot me in the dick. Ow! Ow! Well, I suppose my one-eyed trouser snake is now a two-eyed trouser stump. Ow! Shot off. Thing based off the announcement I made. I wasn't even intending that! What the fuck? Listen through the darkness and the pain.
The Hardy Boys are yelling. Someone is running, jumping over you. In the background, you hear gunfire shatter glass, and then a man in pain. A familiar sound.
So, that thing that I mentioned, about the event that I had the name of it spoiled, the tribunal was what I heard. I thought the tribunal meant I was going to be put under, a tribunal for, I don't know, acting improperly. Did not realise it was going to be this.
It's Titus with a splat like meat. You hear bullets rip into him. His voice, still giving orders, grows fainter. A gurgle. He's not gonna make it.
Try and touch my lower body.
Feels slick and warm with blood. The pain is too strong to know what has happened there. Even clutching to your consciousness takes everything you've got.
What parts of me are missing?
Most of what's down there.
Oh God.
It's all gone. Open your eyes now. You have to see what's happening. No. It's just a fear. Even if... Who cares? No one wants you anyway.
Thanks, Inland Empire! Jesus Christ! What do I see?
You're bleeding out.
I go into Lorena Bobbitt's school of sharpshooting. I mean, in fairness, I got rid of the one who was actually the... Oh, excuse me, biggest threat. The one holding, the anti-material rifle, and probably the least drunk. Nothing. Darkness, blur, and lights of pain. Out of his silhouette emerges, crouching over you, a familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. Gun down the line of duty. It's okay.
Yes, keep talking. Stay awake. Look at me.
Lieutenant pushes down on your wound hard. That's got to be uncomfy.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And the cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away. Almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something behind him.
One more roll, fuck.
A shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands.
Lieutenant, trust me. That Kim truly trusts me. Oh shit.
No.
Yes!
Behind you, from your bloody lips, your eyes are full of fear.
Kim's not dying on my watch. Leave him alone, you fucker.
There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turns around and fires, his body falling on yours in the course of the motion.
Oh, thank fuck I just saved Kim's life.
You hear a roar of pain, a death scream. The sound disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure, too, is gone. And so is Kim. And the whole world.
Fallen so to darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
Will I be a ghost now?
Brother, you already were a ghost. Up there, screaming along with all of them. Scaring each other. Haunting each other.
Asking him this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I know this is not going to be me dying. This is just, my fucking limbic system's talking to me again.
It's the living who are ghosts. The dead are silent. They don't rattle windows or write letters in blood. The living do. Leave them behind.
Kim's a deadly one, 2 mercs in heavy armor, 1 shot each. Yeah, and one of them through the fucking eye slit. Kim's incredible. No, let me back into the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling.
Kim barely passes his gun shooting test. 7 out of 10 is a D. Jesus Christ, when he makes a shot, he fucking makes a shot.
He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Of the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep.
That's 30% chance of missing it up entirely. True. This is true, but still, did a very, very good job.
And rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth. Drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his warm sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
You gotta go. You're like with us. No problem at all, Woodgren. Thanks for coming in as long as you did, and have a good session. See you later.
The engine of a caprice Canada.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
The voice actor for the limbic system and the reptilian brain and the necktie is fucking talented. Really fucking talented.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain.
Kim?
Sunrise, Parabellum.
I'm on day 6! I'm on day fucking 6! What? The lieutenant says he's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room with a fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered in bruises. Ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
Oh, thanks, Kim.
Dramamine. Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still under the counter bad.
Room. It's clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
How long have I been out?
2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
That sounds like me. That just sounds like me normally. What did you say, Sunrise?
Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Yeah. Is it war today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
Good.
Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay.
What happened?
What happened? We tried to take the diplomatic route and hoped they wouldn't attack first. They did. The Major gave the command.
Alright, things get really cool now. Ooh. Thank you, DJ, for your contribution to the Play the Witcher Goddammit challenge. What happened then?
As retaliation, their rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged.
Then what?
I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive.
Let's pause. Wounded? You shot him in the fucking eye, that probably would have killed him.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in the hospital yesterday. Alain and the young musician, I forget his name, they are all that's left.
Titus is dead?
Yes.
Just nod.
You were bleeding off by then. You warned me. I was able to disarm Cortana before he got the jump on me.
Oh.
Thank you. Although,
I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Crenel took him. A stray bullet killed the bull, though. And that's what happened.
Titus is dead?
Yes.
I thought you only smoked one a day.
This is the one.
And the Major?
He's in a private hospital across the river. Crenel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's insured.
Of course. Well, these boys hope Shanky pull one up for the detail.
We won't get to him anymore. The good news is he's not coming here either. I did some damage.
Nice. And Warpalone, welcome. How many casualties on the Union side total?
4. Glenn, Theo, Angus, the fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Titus.
So oh, don't worry about it then. Well, this wasn't a planned stream up until earlier this morning, so don't worry about it. And that's an absolute disaster.
Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success.
The text says 6, but his voice line said 7. Titus went from how much can I hate you to you're a fucking chat man. Still don't like him. Still don't like him.
But what's done is done. The violence is cold enough. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet.
Switch let's play that game again. As you said. You got food. Ah.
And we are still alive. Both of us.
he did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies. His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully, no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
Thank fuck. He did not shoot my dick off. I still have my dick! Can I walk?
We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
No, that dick's long gone. Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from the Major beating me with the butt of his gun. I try to not move too much.
It's been gone since the whiskey started.
Things would be worse if you didn't warn me.
True.
Thank you. I did not see him coming. Stupid of me.
Same from my station bin to see me?
No.
Not surprised.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbor cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says.
Is that strange?
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Odd. You haven't seen any, have you?
I'm sure they're worried about you.
You love hate Jean Vicmer. If he's the one I met earlier, then same.
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you. If they were, wouldn't they be here?
If they're so worried about me, where are they?
I don't know.
Not on my station, then who treated me?
I did.
Thank you.
No need.
It's the no-brainer. It's not a museum. Okay, let's get up.
Easy.
Just stands up like, yeah, I'm good. No staggering, no juddering, just like, yeah, I'm good. turns double again before your eyes orange hue of pain.
How are you?
I fucking did what?
The lieutenant looks at you, teetering on your feet.
What happens now, Kim?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
We can't talk to Everhart. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too.
Joyce is gone?
Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines. Oh, that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad.
I'll do. Favorite part of this whole game is French accents.
Maybe it's her.
I had to take some time to get used to them.
Either way, Ruby's gone. And Claudia too. We really should have arrested her, you know.
Wait, you checked? She's really...
Guard confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up.
Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hangman?
I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else, outside our circle of suspects, was right. It's
greatly
better.
improved.
Everyone within the
fair.
circle is either dead or gone.
Just gonna be bothered to your job. Okay.
Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
Some footprints.
Yes. God cursed the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable.
Still 28% possibility the shot came from a distance.
We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
See? There's that. You can do ballistics.
Yay! Antique bullet from a Belle McGrave, 4.46mm. How hard can it be to find one? How hard can it be?
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one. All completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless.
All these old bunks weapon caches, revolutionary era.
We could find thousands more.
Shit hits the fan, now comes the post-shit clarity. Yeah!
But they seemed so mysterious.
I'm just gonna say nothing.
There's a little pause. He says nothing as well.
I think about solving crimes.
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Solving crimes is hard.
It really is very hard.
He sounds surprisingly weary.
You're not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
The lieutenant did mention doing more ballistics.
Should we check Class A's room upstairs?
Why not? Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Jesus Christ, everything's been fixed.
The fan stands.
Go, Power Ranger. How we got this? Fine. But what do you mean? New place glass shining in the morning light. Hear traffic outside. Back in the world again. Ah! I can be out. Look, the door is open. You can walk right into Kim's room. See clean white enamel. No bottles inside. Oh my good god, everything got completely cleaned. Even the tape recorder's been replaced. Stereo player's been reunited with his right speaker. Red Alone Welcome. Mozart really was a respectable music prodigy. Even in death, he's a decomposer. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ouch, that leg hurts. Maybe if you don't run, it will be okay. Fuck it, run. Keep running. Walk it off. So you left something on the table.
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note. A few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
A gift.
turns to say suspiciously, looking for any signs of another presence in the shadows above. What could this gift be?
I am not drawing my gun yet, but I don't like gifts.
Relax. Not everyone is out to trap you.
Seems she left in a hurry.
It's hardly surprising.
He's not wrong. It's not wrong at all.
The medicine cabinet is empty. Not even a toothbrush. Pity.
She's really cleaned this out.
Mm-hmm. She certainly had her priorities straight when she was packing.
Where's it? Ah! Came out of the way. One slight detail about this is my my trousers don't have a bullet hole in them and no blood stain. A red thread made of nylon. It leads out of the room and onto the roof. Ah.
You see the same two neon-lit shapes. A man and a woman. Only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
Loan screens move fast. PS5. It's A, the PS5 version, and B, everything loads fast on the PS5 anyway because it's an SSD drive.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
Or you just go loading screens for almost a minute or more. They were the same for me when I was playing this initially on my PS4 Pro. I mean, in fact, I tried to take a screenshot of the first loading screen when I went out onto the balcony right at the very beginning. Took a screenshot there and my entire console crashed. That was not good. That was worrying. I actually thought I'd bricked my console just on that. Lieutenant tests the throw with his finger. Drawn taut, it rebounds instantly.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime.
Where does the thread lead?
It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof, B triple prime.
Seen after this one on the street, crashed on your head to do it twice. Oh shit.
The island in the bay.
Is she trying to tell us the shot came from the islet?
Unless she
or islet?
thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point.
How does she know how to do this?
She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof, staring at the glass.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her?
It's a way of saying saying she's sorry.
I find that hard to believe. But at this point, what difference does it make?
Source of location we have yet to rule out.
So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
Maybe we need to go to the island. Wind blows into the open window. The lieutenant sighs, looking into cold distance across the water.
The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around Martinez, looking under every rock and talking to every person. But what else is there?
What else is there?
Not a lot, no.
I'm going to the island. Are you in?
Of course, of course. I'm in.
Says the island other than says.
How do we get there? Joyce Messier had her sloop, but she's gone.
Maybe someone in the fishing village can help. The clump of houses on the coast?
Maybe. There were boats there. We should ask around. Let's go.
Blink. If there's anything else actually out here on the roof. I don't think there will be, but yeah, just to check. So it's tied to the antenna. I do wonder who those footprints belong to then. Two skill points. Yes. Okay. Oh, that screen balked. And these doors close themselves. Good to know. Revachol has self-closing doors now. Someone not a mod, try please. Oh god.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
I did, thank you. Big improvement.
You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire. Defended may be putting it a bit generously, though. I had a great view of you doing nothing to stop those psychopaths. Then I crawled inside. Bullets started flying. Anyway.
Thanks, Gart.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by, in the danger zone, so to say.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, but the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify that.
So appropriate that. Where'd everyone go?
Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
What happened to the man with the sunglasses?
I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately.
Trying to get the time thing to work.
Must be a
Ah,
fad.
so I'm guessing the /timeout command thing didn't work. That sucks. It might be that Stream Elements isn't configured to be the right kind of mod. I don't know. It's listed as a mod, but I don't know. I know that it's a function because I have seen people, streamers who have got something where they have people type in a command and it does something like that. Oh, thanks.
No problem.
Maybe it's timeout so I think
They'll
I
come
think
back.
these are on.
They always do.
That's also possible. And sadly, you won't get to see what the error message was from Stream Elements because it just doesn't do it. He's there.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man clenches his fists.
Oh, it's you. Didn't think we'd see you walking anytime soon. Elaine, look. It's the cowardly cop.
Oh.
Huh? What?
Besides full confusion if he's just woken from a deep sleep.
He's very, very drunk.
Our condolences for your losses.
Is he okay?
Does he look like he's okay?
He does not. His unshaven face is almost grey, and he reeks of piss, sweat, and booze.
How badly was he hurt?
He wasn't. That's the thing. Titus, Theo, Dennis, Angie, Elizabeth, they're all gone. But he got away without a scratch.
There's nothing left. Nothing.
He has lost the will to live. It's survivor's guilt. He feels like he should have died with the others. He may kill himself if he doesn't find a new purpose, or else go on in this way. Not dead, but not really living either.
Shit, stuff we need to get your arse and finish this.
What?
Look around, Shanky, just gonna leave it like that?
Dennis is a dead man. Just doesn't know it yet.
Was this really the best idea? I guess you may have prolonged his existence a bit, if he can still remember this when he sobers up.
If you think this will keep him from offing himself, I'll make sure to remind him. So far, I've just been pouring whiskey.
Hey, it works! Oh my god, you left it in as the reason! Oh, for fuck. I love it, but I hate it at the same time. Take care, guys.
Yeah, you too. It's a rough world out there. It's not easy being a cop. We were too hard on you. Both of you. We shouldn't have fucked with you like we did. You got between us and a lot of bullets in that fight. Matinees owes you one.
You feel bullied. You brought that one on yourself, Scoo.
That's kind of you to say. Take care of your friend, okay?
I will. You take care of yours.
Aww.
A sharp pain shoots up your side and into your stomach. You must not look too good.
You're lightheaded from laughing. The guys were gone when you got there. Oh. You spam it, you get banned, you can randomly time yourself out without consequence. No, you can time yourself out as many times as you like. Lord spam to anyone else? No, I don't think so. You also said you're going to make the bang bang. Yeah. But hey, if you want to, time yourself out and have all your messages deleted, you go right ahead. Although I should probably say it deletes it. It deletes it from my view as well. So if you write something and then you use the UU command, I won't be able to see it. So if I don't respond to something, you've done that, then that's the reason why. Just so you know. I can ban you. This is also true. Yeah, we can. Do you get chest armor? Nope. I have no armor. I got no armor from any of it. I have no idea how to. It's all activated. I mean, the mods can see it. If they go into mod view, that's fine. But I can't see it in my chat window. I have no idea what that says. I do not speak the French.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here.
Take a screenshot of that.
And heavy fuel oil.
Hey, Fox.
Hiya! I'm gonna go out because Lynn's invited me around for dinner.
Okay.
Since obviously paid thing. If I've had an update, I'll tell you later.
Okay, okay. I'll pop it in Discord.
Yeah.
Up to you.
Alright.
Have fun.
Bye.
Bye. One day I'll return to your side. Oh. So Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her masterpiece.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it. Yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday.
I smell heavy fuel oil.
And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Inspired. Light on fire. This isn't the Crow.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
No, nope, no. Bad idea.
Okay. Sorry. Whew. Close call.
I am not going to try and set the floor on fire. Right, let's see the journal. Why is that? Oh, Saturday. It's really weird. I think there's no consequence, just some complaints. Yeah, it's not very professional though, is it? I don't think most of what I've done is actually professional, but I've been trying. Fire. Yeah. Yes, we all know which one of the Chaos Strippers is the Pyromaniac. Spoiler, all of us.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've...
You can revisit.
Oh, okay. I thought there was going to be something else there because there's a dude sat on it now. Oh, there. Demon's Ex Machina is free on Epic. This is true, yes. Apparently, single player is awful. As in, the gameplay is good, but everything around it is real clunky. This is where you crash the game. Oh.
Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
One day I'll be back there. Scoo translated it to "One day I will return to your side." Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
Aww. May Renee rest in peace.
Yes. In peace.
Aww. That's the game wiki definition too. Aha. Google confirmed translation. I wouldn't trust Google to translate anything. I really wouldn't. It's awful. Bye for now. I'm gonna do the something that's really probably not gonna help my morale whatsoever.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Yes. It took some convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
Google does a solid C tier try, yeah. Usually lacking in grammar and word order, but yeah. For translating the odd word, it's alright. For translating phrases, nah.
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
Could use his info at the fight. Yep, good done. Really should have done. Remember, because just starting the day, I've only just remembered now.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Cortenaer. That's ELLIS KORTENAER. Exact date of birth unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February 09.
You also cheated on the Spanish findings using Google Translate. Google Translate didn't exist when I was doing my exams. It really didn't. Neonatal Care Unit.
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
This is called Spanish. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Google Translate didn't exist when I was in college either. You got roles and play some Pokemon Chaos. No problem at all, Scoo. Thanks for coming as long as you did, and I'll see you later. I'll try deep out from my translations. No, usually when I need German translated, I'll talk to 10. I'm still going to college now.
According to Clausia, Lele said his real name wasn't really his. Perhaps that's because he was fostered.
Fair.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the East Brand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict.
Okay. Fair.
Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
Wait, he was found in a leaf compactor.
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
Chemical College and University, same things here, but they mean different things to you guys. Yeah, they do. Generally the distinction over here is in what sort of education they offer.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
See you later, Sean. Thanks for coming in as long as you did. Information on his foster parents?
No, officer. Sorry.
So we have to connect him to Krenel as the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
Wait, his name and service record now.
A name. This is very good. Ellis Cortenaer.
I'm getting XP from it. It's fine.
Something to him. To know that name, like naming a case, it's important.
Hang on.
Sometimes police work
I think I've been duped out of something.
about giving back names to anonymous victims.
Well, I suppose actually no. No, it makes sense.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
Please get me to the 41st again.
Just a moment, officer.
Just ready to see you later. No problem at all then, Well, thanks for me as long as you did, and I'll see you later. Jules, I've heard that some people think you is Luputa Madre's peon. Do you think I'm corrupted?
10-4, sir. Well, there have been some talk, sir.
Some talk? What does it even mean there's been some talk? They think I'm corrupt or not?
I only meant that there have been some talk in the station, that's all. But there are always some talk in the station. You know how officers in Jamrock are. But then again, some of us truly are on the take. It's unfortunate. Over.
Okay. 10-10. Over.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Close the door. I got some XP from it. Oh. Forfeit that one. It's not letting me look at the other one that's been scrubbed out. In fact, actually, everything seems to be balked with that. At least that's now working. This wasn't last time. 18 hours, 15 minutes. I was going to say, that was 20 hours. I've been gypped. It's now day 6. It's been a lot longer than that, but I have been unconscious. I'm not actively thinking about things, so makes sense. Why are you still showing there's something here? There's nothing here. Look. It's... Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, my journal page is broken. My journal page is absolutely broken to the point it doesn't even want to show it to me. Because I can't look at that other thing. Right. Excuse me. Right, let's go to the fishing village and let's see about that, a boat. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. It already has been interesting. You see the map playing by the that map's pretty. I mean, I've only just recently gotten the map. Something I should have gotten like near the beginning of the game. I've just gotten, like last week. If you get to the boat and you go and burst into your welcome, I can't sing, so no. I also don't remember the lyrics anymore.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
Some people hurt me.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Ghilaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
So your first draft burns a test run before you get done. I'll have a look now. There's a load of notifications I've got on Discord, so I'm going to go check them anyway. Hey, that came out really well. Awesome. Nicely done, Zero. I've just seen the other image that Pokey sent me. Fuck Pokey. I have a question for you. I'm not gonna say that.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
I get a +1 from the die to try and ask her out. That's not gonna work. We need to get that island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tide just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, I just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
See, the other guys are all dead. Yeah, no.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
Not so attentively.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
What's on that island? Okay, that bit's just not voice acted at all, apparently. Nothing, just ruins. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war, for the communards. Anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. Haven't been there myself, always stay clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
You see, you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which kids?
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
So anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Thank you. We'll use a skiff to get there then.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Seeing you. Let's try and talk to the kids and get some sense out of them. Actually, I want to talk to you as well. See if she's happy to see me or not.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I got shot!
Aye. Even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman. We've got troubles of our own here. Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
I guess you're right, the men with guns are coming for me after all.
I'm not sure those were the last of the men with guns either. There are always more coming for your kind, officer.
Goodbye, I'm off. That conversation I had with Ruby has opened up some really interesting questions.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Okay, kids, you've been to that island, right?
That I am.
Yes, that one. I need to know what's there.
Nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire. Gather the sticks for the fire and bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
What then? I don't know. Let's ask about shells.
I don't know what those are.
What then?
They're alive. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
The fire guy?
They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Someone lives on the island?
No. Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Why is he the fire guy?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
Why is he asking you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
Oh, that's laconically his saying with his hand glued to his side like a little tin soldier. He mentioned something about lights.
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
What's a street light?
Yes.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
How come?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
I'm not going to tell about that, Father. That's all you know. Is there anything more you can tell me about the island?
There's
What's filming so it's clear he has no intention of featuring a sentence.
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
But I guess take care. That's not her skiff. That's not.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now? Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts?
Oh.
Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Yeah, why not? We should start playing this game again. It is good. Get him right down. Oh, Harry. Yeah, this is definitely made for the game. Pricing is far killer, possibly. The killer is a complete unknown at this point. That's the thing. It's gone from being suspicions to being complete unknown again. Because pretty much everyone that I had pegged as potentially being involved or being the killer has now either got an alibi or, you know, just it can't be them. So it's gone back to being 100% unknown again. You might not. Trying to stand up like that on a boat is not easy. Especially a small boat like that's going to be rocking all over the place. Ah, it's not an easy thing to do. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't even get in that boat. Just God no. Gothic, hello and welcome. So it sounds like Tim Burton made it. I was about to say it's too trippy for Tim Burton, but that's not true at all. It's not gothic enough for Tim Burton. There you go. There's a distinction. It's not gothic enough for a Burton. Let's be real at this point, us Americans would declare this case unsolvable. Americans would declare this case unsolvable days ago. And would have shot people, shot a lot more people. Point.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence.
Let's go.
Climb out. Another new skill point. How many do I have now? 3. I probably should improve some skills, but I don't know what I'm gonna need. Scoo made mention of something to up, but I think I'm past the point of where I need to up it now. So I don't actually know what I need. Makeshift bridge. The bombs are powerful enough to break the foundation. Actually, something I do want to put a point in. Let's put a point into perception. That definitely will help. Can't say probably so 100% wouldn't be able to do it. It's autocorrect, so I won't be able to. It's not. Lydia, hello and welcome. Did you fall asleep, Lydia? The rest of the chain trails off to the ocean. Despite my announcements and the penis involvement, you still fell asleep. That sounds even worse than I intended it to. Stars are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. Would it be hilarious if I found the fucking phasmid here? Hello again, Foxx. Isn't it the one that doesn't work, though?
Well, it does, it's just slow as fuck.
Isn't it only slow as fuck when you're using the power bank? I think because the power bank is using power to try and charge it and charge the phone at the same time, so it just keeps it at a level more than actually charging it. I think that might be the reason.
Right.
Okay, okay. Have fun. Bye. That's Seth the Dive. Ah. Well, don't worry, Lydia. I'm only going to be live for another 20 minutes or so, so you don't have much of a job to do. Slinging trays of mazout in the air. Mazout. Attention! Inflammable. Inflammable means flammable? Huh! Didn't see that coming. Some fuels leak out of the barrel. Black. Viscous. Like my soul. There's a new command, but only for non-mods. Oh god. That's as ICM, you see a sour little specs in it. Yeah, because it won't. Yeah, that won't do a thing to other mods. Once you get there, stairs are gone. It will definitely do something to other people. Be careful not to fall. The cliff face looks steep. How can I fall? But yeah, using that command will basically time you out for 10 seconds. It's balked. Also, you put it wikis. Malky wikis. Reaction of feck. This is what's the armament rest. Twin cannons are attached here. Medium distance, large caliber. Try again. Happy once I get the grip of the stand penis. Careful, these stairs have collapsed. I'll take me all the way around. Let's go sit from chat.
Old cylindrical generator is nested.
I think it's supposed to be Milky Wilkies.
Electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor.
Where the pods
The
are now.
cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Pour fuel into the tank.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell.
I knew that like carrying that around would come in handy.
There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
Pull the rope.
The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Where do these wires lead?
Downstairs, somewhere.
Tap on the side.
The tank is far from full, but there should be enough inside to keep it going for a day.
Leave. Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. Dishes stained with sauce and fire, a survivor's kitchen.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How recently?
A flash of pain interrupts you, making you wince instead of letting the words out.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
No time to rest now.
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
You don't have to be a hero.
I'm going to put a point into pain threshold now, thanks to that. Thanks, game. Thanks for letting me know that having points in that would still help. See candles planted on a broken rage fighter. Moth-bitten sheet keeps the wind out.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized.
Sift through them.
Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures.
Why do I think that Animal Adventures has got something to do with this one's equivalent of Watership Down?
Popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife. Widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive? Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
So I found Lydia's book storage.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Does anything sound as unusual?
Not that you can tell. This is a digest of someone who's dead bored. Most of it is for entertainment purposes, fittingly right next to the radiola on the floor.
Nothing out of the ordinary?
Maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag. More than that, you can't say. The print in some of these is pretty small, though. This person has good eyesight.
Oh, sorry. So, you know, reading about there being erotica there, that's made me so thirsty. Thank you, Lydia, for the hydration. Guess where I am. Oop North. And Chathel. Army surplus winter scarf. Yay. Faun Arara shirt. Tariel's scarf itches when wrapped around the neck. It has humanitarian aid written all over it. Yet you know that thousands all over the Isola are suffering the same fate as you. The fate of uncomfortable army surplus scarves. This Faun training shirt has seen one wash too many. It retains its unusual design, one sleeve short, the other long, but little of its original colours. A giant F swishes across its chest, now in grey. Blast all may weigh over 10 tons. Rust peels off it. Standard, can't leave more to guess.
Green paint flicks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
Can't be the Land of the Dead. Lydia's nowhere near Birmingham. My fingers crossed the keyboard.
The keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
What's this then?
The console of an antique computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. Determine it here.
Could this open the blast door?
I think, yes. Let's see. That one. The emergency open.
Turn emergency open.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Door. I've opened the pits of hell!
After you.
Why on earth would Birmingham, Alabama be in the Land of the Dead? I'm saying Birmingham, UK because I'm from the UK. And also, Birmingham, the UK is the worst place in the country. What's there?
I don't know.
What if we get into another fight?
Don't worry. I have a gun.
I don't have a gun.
Extra good that I do.
Oh, Kim, you're amazing. Let's go. But first, I want to go out here. Oh. Water rushes below. Far down below. You legit didn't know there was a place called Birmingham in the UK? At least 70% of place names in America are named after places in the UK. You know, New York is a prime example. American place names aren't that imaginative. Fine set you can't see inside. Like New England. New Jersey. I was saying right here to say yeah, such a huge chunk. This is the sounds of cargo ships, signal horns echoing on the water. Don't think there's anything else out here apart from, unless this is, ooh, yes, this I can explore more. So. New England's a region, but still. But yeah, New York, New Jersey. As you know, discussed Birmingham. I mean, hell, even Canada has London in it. That's weird. Walk slow, it might be dangerous. Small white flowers blossom all around you. A rubber dinghy. It's deflated and broken. There's our killer! I'm fairly certain that's going to be our killer. Bye. Right, games on landing. Awesome. I'm definitely going to be double platinuming this. Definitely. I've seen it. I've seen a guide, and it basically says you can get a platinum on this in 2 playthroughs, which means that I'm probably going to have to do another play. I'm probably going to have to do a playthrough that's focused on trophies, and then a second one to do a mop up, and then do 2 on the PS4 version. But yeah, can't turn it down for the rarest platinums I have. Definitely won't. Can't turn that down. I want to explore this area first before I go and talk to who is very likely going to be the shooter. then the thing will be, did he actually intend to make the shot? The intent, or not make the shot. Did he intend to kill someone, or pain in your pulse makes you wince? Then you continue. Inside the fortress, you make out the console on the blast door. Little to the remember showing coordinates in the Bay of Revachol. Old medicine cabinet, newly stocked with Duramine. More fuel. Money and some pain meds.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
The following game about how World Cups ended up giving you existential crisis. It was very well written. Like, I personally, when I very first heard about this, I wasn't all that interested in it. Like, I'd not read that much in it, but I wasn't gripped by it. But then I saw that, Miracle of Sound, recommended it as one of the greatest games he's ever played. It's like, I've definitely got to play this then. Definitely.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
Spit mattress.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns. And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
Yeah, I ended up with it. I mean, I was always going to try and play it to completion anyway. Treasure Berber Gun Kills head. Pick out one I can.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Druan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, the legendary cigarette from Grad. Tio Moteri is favored by older men for its paper filter tips, sweet smell, and added tar.
Possibly one of the best RPGs I've ever played. Not so sure it's that for me. I've played a lot of RPGs. It's up against some really stiff competition. Someone's been smoking here.
The smoker is a clean person. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside. Keeps it tidy. Prefers to come out here to smoke.
Inspect the wall.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Touch the concrete first.
Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
Look through.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation. A tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
Left.
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
On the right?
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
And between the two?
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. You see a small fleck of white on the rooftop. The upstairs window of Clausia's room. In the snow, reflecting light.
Speaking of birds, the old kid I babysat and I were watching the Incredible movie. I decided to sing along with one of the songs. She said stop. My mere reaction was to flip her off. She's 8. That's my reaction to that film getting even turned on. I do not like the concept of it. An animal abuser and killer should not have a redemption arc. Just no. Don't give a fuck what reason they tried to give for it. Cruella does not deserve a redemption arc. There it is.
Do you have a line of sight to the window?
Yes, there's an opening between 33A and 10. I can see to the roof.
I can see it. Through the scope of a rifle. The shooter would be prone, lying on the mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure. I think we have it. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Pats you on the back, 3 tall pats in a row.
Affirmative.
Ah, finally.
In our defense, nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere.
Ah, you're right.
He looks north, over the fortification, then at the mattress. He's conflicted for a second. There's guilt there. It takes him a moment to rationalize it away.
Could the shooter still be here?
Where?
He is. On this island.
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says,
"We should move now."
Turn away. It didn't trigger an auto conversation when I started approaching him. If you realize on your back, someone's watching, but you can't say where. It was definitely intended that I would come here, get the fuel can from that, from that room, and then use that to start the machine to open the blast door. But because I had the fuel from my sunken car, I could already open it. Yay, slight sequence break. Winch is broken. Russ has eaten what remains of the chain.
a strange feeling looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea. Leave it all and walk in.
Lydia, welcome to the chat again. Out of chat hell, apparently.
With a bottle in your hand.
Why?
Perhaps there's someone there, under the water, waiting for you.
What the fuck?
Maybe you know it's going to hurt.
Raise your sight.
In the snowy mirror of the bay, you see Martinez, reflected. Tall edifices of ruins reach into the water, like shimmering towers. And the shacks too. Pine trees and motor lorries, upside down.
Outside of Lydia saying about Seth being live and telling me that she's in chat hell, we've had 3 noises from her of re, and Now, for some weird reason, I'm just imagining the toaster that she made of herself. When it's finished and pops up, instead of just going, you know, clonk or whatever, it goes re.
Islets and posts, like stepping stones, lead into the water in front of you. Go. It's been too long.
Today is not a words day. I get it. I get that wholly. Shake my head. Oh. You know what the worst thing is? You know what the absolute worst thing is about all this I'm doing right now? There is one thing that is really, really bad. Really awful. I'm going to be cliffhanging very soon. So it's an engine stream. Yep. Just before massive revelation where we talk to the actual killer. I have a strange sense of timing. I'm going to make sure that, you know, next week when I'm doing this, I have no doubt whatsoever as to what I'm supposed to do. So when I load up, I'm going to have the shooter right there. There we go. Lydia's taken 12 centiliters of alien blood transformed into a Minecraft villager. Oh. I'm fairly proud of my villager impression and my zombie one from Minecraft. Literally pretty much the only ones I can actually do, but hey. I've unintentionally done Yoda a few times, and there's obviously the Smeagol voice. Oh, Jesus. But dicks. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be ending things for today. Thank you all very much for coming along. It's been a lot of fun. It really has. I wasn't sure if I was going to be up for doing this today, especially after yesterday, but no, I'm glad that I did. A lot of progress got made, a lot of things were revealed. I should have done, you know, I should have called to the precinct about the identity of the armor wearer. I'm very certain I should have done that before going and finding Ruby, but I completely forgotten I was even waiting for that. So that's a bugger. They're making skeleton noises. Lydia was able to rattle on command, apparently. Or, you know, vibrate at the right frequency. I'm sure her Christian self could do that. No, that's still not working. I think what the issue there is, Torin, is that the timeout command needs to be at the beginning of that, because the text needs to come afterwards, because then the text then becomes the reason. That's what the reason says. Yeah, I got it. No problem at all. At least you know. At least now you know. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be ending things today. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 PM GMT with Darksiders 3, followed by EDF Iron Rain with Tyr and Pokey and maybe Mal. Mal is not sure if he's going to be there because there's talk about that weekend is when his room's going to be getting painted, and he understandably does not want to be trying to play games, in a room that is, you know, smells of wet paint. Me personally, I love the smell of paint, but I don't think I could sit there for 3 hours trying to concentrate on something else whilst inhaling it consistently. I think even that would drive me off insane. Oh, Jesus. Brain. Let's just check on some things. Nope, we've got Scoo's not going to be streaming until later tonight. Jace is not streaming. I don't believe I've got anyone on my list that is streaming currently. Nope, I do not. Grew up smelling wet paint. Fair. I grew up. I like the smell of wet paint. I like also the smell of petrol and diesel. I'm very scent based. There's a lot of scents that make me I like for some unknown reason. But yeah. So until tomorrow, thank you all very much for coming along and for your support. It's all greatly appreciated. But until the next time though, have yourselves a good rest of your day, a good evening, a good night, a good morning or a good afternoon. Whatever the time is for you. Till then though, stay safe and see you later. Bye.